guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you some basic initial parts which are required in JDBC. So we'll get started for that. So basically what is JDBC? JDBC is Java database connectivity. So this means that whenever we are creating an application and if you have to store those data or user inputs or any kind of data in the database using the queries, MySQL queries, we need to connect this two platforms, that is the database and the programming platform, this Java coding. So for that we are using is this JDBC, that is Java database connectivity. It is a standard API for database independent connectivity between the Java programming language and a wide range of database. The database could be MySQL or it could be Oracle or any of this, whichever it is visible for you all. Alright, so in this video now I'll be showing how to create database in this Java program itself, and then use that database. We have to create some tables. In my further videos I'll be showing how to insert, how to update, how to delete records, or how to use where clause in this Java programming itself. So please don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and now we'll get started to the program. So the first thing that we have to do here, remember there is a when we have to do this JDBC, I'm using here is Eclipse Oxygen, so we need a connector file. Alright, that is known as the MySQL connector. So that jar file has to be installed in your computer, and then that jar file has to be imported as a library. So I'll just show you. This is my JDBC demo 1, my project right now, which I'm using. Then I'll be right clicking on that. Then there is an option which is called as build configure build path. So then you have to click as configure build path. Then we need to add as the connector. Here is written as add external jars. So wherever your connector file is stored, take that one, and my connector here it is stored, that is MySQL connector Java. Open it, apply, and OK. That's one thing that we have to do, just a simple thing. Next, then I have created a class file that is known as create class file. Clear create.java, and after this begins the coding part. Alright, so I'll just show you how to start. The first thing is I'll be doing is I'll be creating an object of statement. So I'm writing as stmt. You can write anything as you want. That is, this is an object of statement. Alright. Next I'm doing is class for name, which is used to start the MySQL driver. Alright, and inside that I will be writing is MySQL com.mysql, then again dot. Here in my Eclipse version I require to write CG driver, otherwise you can write only CJ, or you can write as com.mysql JDBC driver. Alright, sometimes there is a requirement to write CJ, otherwise see, even if you don't write CJ it's alright. Next I'm creating an object of connection, that is con. These all are the main parts of JDBC, that is connection, then statement. So there's a theories behind those, that why we use those things. If you just search it on the internet, you will be getting this details about it. So now I'll be writing as I have to do is connection. So this part is little important, that is JDBC. Remember to write the colon, the slash mark in the proper manner, otherwise there will be an error. Right. MySQL, then we have is / we write as localhost. Now presently I am not creating any, I have not created any database, so I won't write the database name here. I'll keep it blank. Alright. The next is my MySQL username and MySQL password. This is my username and password for my MySQL. Alright. So this is done. After that, that's it. I'll just write some basic statements like to display if it is working properly or not, like thing. You can neglect it or you can also write it. So I'll just write as connecting to the database, and then we have to connect it to the database, right? So for that I will be using is system.out.println create database. Alright, so after this I'll be writing is I'll use the statement object to initialize my connection object, that is con. So for that we write is con dot create statement. That's it. Then I'll write as string. You can write any word, that is I've written as SQL, you can write anything. I'm writing here is create database. Now this is an SQL query. Alright, so I have to create a database which is named as JDBC 1. This is what I want to name it as. Then after, if this thing is running successfully, they will be printing a message which will show the message as database created. Alright, so this is what is the basic thing I want to show. Now there are errors here. Just hover your mouse over this thing and you'll get us to import java.sql. Just click on that, the file will get imported. There's no error again. Alright, let's see whether these errors are going or not. Alright, conduct create statement, because this con thing is not working. Alright, so now these are errors these are showing because usually this JDBC programs to throw an error if there is a error in connectivity. So for that we need to write a normal, this is this throws exception. So after writing this, these errors are gone. Alright, so this is how we have to do it. Now I'll just check whether this thing is working and my database, which is named as this thing, what is called as yeah, sorry, there's one line missing here. After I write a string SQL, I have to do is execute this SQL. So for that I'll write is stmt statement dot execute query. Yeah, here it is, execute query. Now I'll pass the variable which I want to execute, that is my SQL itself. Alright, so this is what I have to execute right now. So I'll save it. Now I'll just run and see the program. It should run as it's running. Yeah, so there's an error right here. What's the error? Okay, let's begin. I didn't save this file. And now I have to run it. I got, by chance I ran another file. I'm so sorry, this has to be execute update. It has to be execute update, which means that this statement will be updated. Alright, so now if we just run, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, so connecting to the database, creating database, and database created. Now if you I am using as SQL community, so from there we can get this thing. Yeah, see, I've got here JDBC1. This is my database that I've created right now. Alright, now now how to use this database. Now we have created it, so instead of doing this thing, create database, this thing, I'll just remove this part and I will be writing it here after this 3307. That is what I'm supposed to write here is JDBC1. Alright, now I'll tell you what is the meaning of the statement. This is the we have to import this com.mysql driver. Next is this is connection object, and here this is very important. That is saying this JDBC MySQL localhost. MySQL is being stored on the port number is 3307. Your probably it would be 3306 or maybe 3308. So you gotta check that and write the exact port number and your username and password of MySQL. Alright, so this is how to use that database. You have to just mention the database name here. Now I'll just show how to create tables in this. So connecting to the database, and now I'll write as creating tables. Alright, so I want to create table now. So how do I write that statement? So this is basically your SQL query only. How do we write this SQL query? That is create table name. Now what is my table name? I'll write this as register. Suppose I'm taking a table register, and very sure on appropriate with the double inverted and single inverted is very important. Then I will write this plus sign, enter, create table register, then again double quotes. Inside that I will write this how do we write in our SQL query? I want this ID which is taking an integer value and which is not null. Alright, then I have to take a single comma, then again double comma, So I've created this table which is named as register. These are the fields in that is will be ID, first name, last name, age, and I've made ID as primary key. Now don't forget to add this plus signs and this double quotes in the proper position, because if we don't do it there are some errors. So if you just see that when we are writing the first sentence we have to do this double quotes, then add a plus sign, then for the second sentence again the double quotes, add the plus sign. Then in the first name also first sentence and then the double quotes. Alright, and this single comma is separating two of these. And in this way you have to just write this for queries. These are the SQL queries which are very simple. If you have any doubt in creating tables also, I've also posted a video on SQL queries for creating tables, some basic operations and all that stuff. You can refer those videos. Alright, so this is my SQL query. Now I want to execute this query, so I will write as execute update this SQL query. Alright, and then if you want you can just write this as, you can remove this word and write here is tables created. Alright, now let's see. Now what is the name of a table? Register, with this ID, first field, last name and age. 4 fields. Alright, and their respective data types and their size as we write in SQL. Simple, very simple. Now I'll just execute this. Yeah, so it has reached the end point, that is the tables are created. Now I'll just see this SQL. Okay, yeah, see here you can see register table. Alright, if you just right click on this and click on open table, you will see these four fields: ID, first name, last name and age. So these are the 4 fields. So this is how you create table using JDBC. Now also we'll see how to insert into these tables. I'll show that in my next video. And if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section below. Please be free to ask. I'll answer your questions. And please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching.